based on the learning from that effort, SMB Live has created a next-generation platform, which is called CloudProfile. It is available today. We just soft launched 2 months ago, and it is really built for distribution through channel partners like you. We intend to help folks that are serving the SMB market to really build a big business around this and to do that in partnership with them. So really encourage you to, it's all live, I encourage you to drill in post the conference today. Next slide. So a little bit about the market. You know, historically, when we look at the small business market, they have looked at communications and Yellow Pages businesses as helping their phone ring, you know, helping bring customers to their door. And kind of making the phone ring today, we think, is moving into a multi-communication channel kind of medium across the web, where it's, you know, web chat, contact forms, Twitter messages, you know, Facebook engagement, and so on. And so we see, just as, you know, Google has been very disruptive to things like the traditional directories businesses, we see continued disruption and evolution in this space around the adoption of things like social media and, of course, consumers being able to connect with one another. So we think there's just a gigantic opportunity for organizations that are helping SMBs to help them get online, you know, get found and discovered in these environments, and then listen to and engage with their customers. Next slide. I'll pause just a minute here. You know, the fact that consumers trust each other much more than they trust traditional advertising is very clear, I think, to all of us, and Matt referred to it earlier. You know, those user peer reviews and opinions are, you know, are very near at hand in the market today, and that has caused this evolution that we call, you know, we think of it as customer service is really becoming the new marketing. Because all of your interactions with your customers, you know, if they have a negative experience, it's really amplified, and similarly, if you have a positive experience, it's amplified, and they really become, you know, a big part of the voice in the way that it's going to drive other customers to discover and want to buy from a small business. So, you know, we think this active listening and then getting engaged, the further steps and stages in the platform that Matt outlined are absolutely essential and the future path for small businesses. Next slide. So our conclusions, you know, I'll actually just skip past this, but SMBs need to be discovered online. They also need to be, you know, not just discoverable in a search context, but in these social environments and across the web and all these different outlets where consumers are interacting with one another, and then those SMBs really need to be interactive and able to engage with their customers. It's got to be a bidirectional conversation. It's not just a one-way valve. Next slide. So CloudProfile is essentially, we're trying to provide a holistic answer for small businesses in this space. So it is a conversational, social media optimized site and presence for small businesses that includes a few different things that you can just get conceptually as you drill in later. A public view that is exposed and pushes its content around the web to be discovered by consumers. A private business owner view that the small business uses to look at their engagement, listen, and be found. And then finally, a set of engagement tools that are really the intersection point, encouraging people that discover the small business to interact with them wherever they happen to be. Next slide. So CloudProfile essentially helps small businesses with 4 key challenges: getting online, talking about their business and being discovered around that, listening and responding, which is a big part of the theme today, and then it tries to eliminate a lot of the time expenditure that's required to do all this effectively. Next slide. So getting online is made very simple with CloudProfile. It's a simple sign-up form that yields in a few minutes a rich social media presence. You can click through this, Mike, which provides the business with the capability to kind of have a branded presence on the web that will then push its content into all sorts of other environments that can work side by side with their existing websites. It will also push to places like Facebook and Twitter and so on. And you see we've done a lot to try and make this right size for the small business in terms of being easy to use and including things like coaching built into the product along with live chat and so on. So we make it very simple to get online. Next slide. We make it quite simple for them to talk and be found. So this micro-blogging, or we call it light blogging exercise, you know, we make it simple for the small business to talk about their business conversationally from wherever they are, on the web or on their mobile or so on, and then that helps them to get discovered. All of that content is naturally optimized for search discovery in both Google and other environments. And Matt mentioned that 40% of the traffic goes to the position number 1 in the organic traffic, and we've had a great history of helping small businesses get there, as you can see on the left. But it also includes a get listed everywhere listing submission service, which pushes the structured data to many different online and offline data sources, so it helps those small businesses be discovered locally. And then finally, it also syndicates to these social environments and helps those businesses to be discovered socially. So when their customers interact with them, that drives further discovery in those customers' networks. Next slide. There's a lot here, so I'm going to move quite quickly, but it gives them then all of the private views that they need to listen and respond to engagement that's happening across the web, both on their cloud profile, but also in all sorts of other places. So it plugs in and pulls in business reviews, it pulls in Twitter streams, Facebook pages, and so on, and provides them with an ability to be very responsive to customers as they discover and interact with the business. I'll also mention it's got a radar, which helps those businesses to track things that are relevant to their business outside of their direct storefront. So activities of competitors or related or complementary businesses that are out there, proximity-based searches, and so on. It also enables then this outbound communication, so it supports the process whereby those businesses can then engage. We think that's really important to not just listen, but to take action. And so it lets you see who your most engaged users are wherever they are touching you as a business, and then touch them back, communicate with them via email, SMS messaging, Facebook, Twitter, and so on. Next slide. In terms of making better use of time, small businesses are very time constrained. There are a number of things built into the platform to make that work well. It's easy to use. It's got a tremendous amount of automation built into the platform, which supports a lot of the best practices behaviors, alerting the small business to critical developments. When they get a new review, when a customer communicates with them in some way anywhere across the web. It really tries to help make that an automated process wherever it can and make it simple for the businesses. And then we've also integrated do-it-for-me services, the professional services that are available from third parties that help the small businesses get extra help when they need it. Next slide. So we've had a lot of experience in market with those more than 375,000 small businesses that have signed up to the first generation of the platform. And again, we intend to help you folks build a great business around us and can bring all that experience to bear in our partnering model. Some of the highlights, it's essentially a freemium model, so there's a free basic site and then premium tiers of service that customers can buy on a subscription basis. We've seen really broad uptake that really mirrors the SMB market that represents this as a very big challenge that's almost universal across the SMB space. We've seen success across multiple types of acquisition channels in the traditional distribution partners that we've worked with. And we've seen it have a great cross-impact on things like customer churn around other core services and then an ability to cross-sell other offerings as a basis from within the platform. Next slide. So, I'll just mention that, again, this is really built for a partnering model. It, I think, starts to address the platform a lot of the challenges that have been laid out by Matt and team today. It is live as well as our partner program. And I just encourage you to learn more about the product and sign up for one yourself, and then certainly reach out to our team and engage with us. We'd love to work with you to explore the market together.